Hello. So it is like late the night of the 10th, and this is the first time you're seeing my face in this vlog. I did take a couple days off from vlogging. I've been doing a lot of vlogging over the last few months, and I just needed a couple of days off. Work's been a lot, and I just wanted to take some time. So let's talk about what I've finished since we last chatted. So I have finished The Will by Kristen Ashley. Really enjoyed how this one ended up finishing up. I was almost done at the end of the last vlog, so I did finish up the tail end of that. And then I started the next book in the series, Soaring. This one is Mickey's book. We meet Mickey in book 1, and someone who was done wrong in her first marriage. She made some mistakes afterwards and kind of lost the respect of her kids along the way. And so she's working on rebuilding her relationship with her kids. Her ex and his bride, now his wife, are awful and continue to try to pit the kids against their mom. Mickey, who lives across the street from our heroine, is a single dad of 2 kids. His kids are great. They really adore the heroine, and they have a very tumultuous relationship because Mickey seems to not be okay with the fact that she is independently wealthy. She inherited a lot of money from family and things like that. And he struggles for everything for his kids. And so it's one of those things where Mickey has his own insecurities. And so that tends to be a big conflict between the two of them. I'm really interested to see where this one goes. I've got, I forget how long left. Let me check. I still have like 7.5 hours left, so I still have quite a bit of book left to go, and that's at 2 times speed. That's what I have left. Kristen Ashley's books, especially her independently published ones, tend to be very long. So I'm really interested to see where this one goes. Mickey has already been jealous of her with other guys and some things like that. So it's just going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the manga volumes that I've read since we last chatted. So on the 8th, my volume for the day was Game Between the Suits Volume 2. Now, I have to be honest, I didn't enjoy this one quite as much as I enjoyed the first. I felt like this one needed a little more plot. I felt like Yakuza Lover even has a little more plot than this particular one. I will have a dedicated review for this one coming up relatively soon. You might not see it till after 25 days of manga. I'll try to squeeze it in if I can, or if a particular video doesn't pan out, but you will get my full thoughts on Volume 2 soon. For the steamship titles, I'm only doing dedicated reviews for the first 2 volumes, because that should give me a pretty good indication of where I'm at with them. Whether I'm continuing them. This one, I'm going to give 1 more volume. And if we don't get a lot of plot in Volume 3, I'm probably going to drop it, but I'm hoping we get some more plot, because there really wasn't too much in this one. It was a lot of banging. A little bit of caregiving, which I loved. That's a trope that I just dig. But yeah, overall, not my favorite installment in the series so far. The next one, I just wanted something really quick and easy to read, and that was Nights with a Cat Volume 2. This is just, again, a 4-coma cat manga. It's got a little bit of color throughout, kind of like Wonder Cat Q-chan. And this one is just about our hero and his cat, Kirugra. Yeah, I never remember how to pronounce the name. But anyways, it's technically his sister's cat, but he's the one who's primarily around taking care of it. And it's about the shenanigans living with a cat. If you don't live with a cat, it probably won't be quite as funny as those of us that live with cats. But it's still very enjoyable. The art is very fun. I have a great time. I giggle quite a bit when I read cat manga. So it's part of why I love cat manga so much. But yes, I do think this one is worth it if you like cat manga. Otherwise, I think there are other things that'll fit the bill. And then today, the 10th, the manga volume for today was I'm a Wolf, But My Boss is a Sheep, Volume 2. I've been anxiously anticipating this volume. I hadn't been in the right headspace to jump in and enjoy it until today. And so that's why that's today's pick. And it was brilliant. I loved it so much. Would 10 out of 10 chef's kiss this particular volume. There's a particular panel in here where the wolf basically like tries to claim our sheep in a way, and it it made my heart go pitter-patter. I love their interactions, and I'm really genuinely excited to see where this one's going to go. The love triangle we see here seems to be stepping itself up a notch at the end of this volume, and I really am excited to see where this one's going to go because it's been a lot of fun. I continue to love each volume. Still one of my favorite series I've read this year, as you have seen in lists. It's definitely one of the best series I started this year, and I'm very much looking forward to volume 3. I have no idea when I'm going to get it, but whenever I get it, I will be a very happy Shae. So that is all that I have read for now. I have made progress in By a Thread. I'm hoping to get more of that read tomorrow, maybe a little more tonight. I'm going to do some editing, get some catch-up stuff done, and yeah, that's kind of my plans for tonight. It's like 8 o'clock-ish. Maybe a little later, so we'll see how late I stay up. I have to work a long shift tomorrow, so we'll see what I get done. And yeah, just wanted to check in, let you guys know I'm here, I'm alive. Yes, I'm reading. I am trying to keep up with my socials, especially Instagram. It's been hard. Work is rough. And 25 days of manga is a lot. And I hope you all love and appreciate it. Today, our Yona Long announcement is up, so I can finally officially talk about this. This is something that I have been teasing basically all year since I announced Fly Along. Fly Along fell apart. Yes, I know. It's because I didn't have anybody to help me stay accountable for the live shows and things. So this time, I have 2 people to help me do that. Izzy and Marg are 2 of my favorite creators. Y'all know it. I talk about them often, and they are just amazing humans. I adore them. So I'm very excited about Yona Along. So definitely go to your libraries. If you'd rather have physical volumes, make sure you can do everything you can. But it's an old enough series. Libraries should have access to most of it, if not all of it. So yes, I'm very, very excited for that. And as I mentioned in my announcement video, members are going to get exclusive vlogs from me with each volume. That's just going to be a member's perk next year, as well as another series that I'm going to be reading, but I'm not telling you guys about that yet. So once I tell you guys about it, we'll talk about it more in the vlog. But anyways, I keep rambling. I need to wrap it up. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. Hey friends, so it is officially Tuesday the 13th. I've not filmed a lot of clips in this vlog. I've been very busy. I have been doing a little bit of reading where I can squeeze it in, but mostly I have time to film this update now because I threw up this morning, so not feeling great. So I'm here in my comfy Scarland sweater. If you're a Hermitcraft fan, you know exactly what Scarland is. But anyways, this just makes me happy. But I have finally finished By a Thread by Lucy Score, and I'm giving this one 3 stars. I went in with, it was so promising in the beginning, and then I figured out how old these characters were. And that kind of ruined a lot of the appeal of this one for me. Because these 2 were easily making decisions and acting like they were 15 years younger than they're being depicted in this book. She's supposed to be 39 and he's supposed to be 44. He apparently has no control over his penis to where he has to jack off at work to deal with his erections around her. And that doesn't feel right for a 44-year-old man, for one. For 2, she is also making very immature decisions along the way. She's still job hopping. And I'm like, who in their late 30s is still job hopping? Like, I understand that there are some circumstances with her dad's health that make her need to make more money. I get that. But at the same time, like, excuse me? You weren't established enough in a career or in a relationship with someone who had a career by the time you were in your late 30s, where you have to work 5 jobs, and when one of those doesn't work out how you hope, you have to turn to a strip club to make enough money? Like, come on. It's just not believable once you figure out how old they are. Again, if they were 15 years younger, a lot of this would have been believable to me, but no, I wasn't buying it. So it only got 3 stars. The story itself isn't bad. If they had been aged down 10 to 15 years, I could have bought it. But at the ages they are, no thank you. No, it doesn't work for me. I'm 37 and like, no, I've retired from my career technically. So come on now. So I was so hopeful. I don't think I'm going to hang on to this one because I don't think I'd revisit it. I still like Things We Never Got Over better, so I'm going to keep Things We Never Got Over, but I'm going to let By a Thread go. And that makes me super sad because the banter is top tier in this one. The steam, top tier. Everything else about it, no thank you. I just couldn't. So there's that. I am halfway through my buddy read with Lindsay, which is A Stroke of Luck. This technically has 2 books in it. So I finished the first one, which was At Last. And then the second one is Forever and a Day. And I'm going to jump into that this afternoon. I am going to tell you about the 3 volumes of manga I've read since we last chatted after I changed my battery. Okay, back from changing the battery in the camera. So on day 11 of 25 Days of Manga, I read Vampire Dormitory Volume 8. This series has really just been so charming all the way through. I really like the story development that we see in here. We get to know a little more of Mina's family and even more of the political dynamic within the Vampire Kingdom and why there's such a fight for the throne and all those kinds of things. So this continues to be a joy to read. I still really love the art, and I love the way the relationship has developed for our main couple. Yes, someone is trying to self-insert them, but at this point, she very clearly shuts him down, and he doesn't take kindly to that. So there's some drama there. But I'm really enjoying it. I cannot wait for the next volume of this one. The next volume that I read on day 12 was Crossplay Love, Otaku and Punk Volume 2. So this was a really big surprise for me this year. It was volume 1 I really enjoyed and adored. And this one continues along the same vein. If anything, their boy selves develop a little bit closer in this volume, and their girl selves are still developing, and other people are getting crushes, and it's messy, but it's the perfect kind of messy for me. So essentially, I will leave the video where I talk about volume 1 of this one in the cards because I feel like I did a really good job of describing what this is. But essentially, these two find each other attractive in their girl forms, and they want nothing to do with each other in their boy forms. So yeah, that's kind of the brief of it, but if you want the real details, you can head up there. But he's obviously a delinquent. He's a nerd and an otaku, and this is his little, like, doll that he has. But anyways, I really love this. I cannot wait for more. I'm so, so excited. Alrighty, and today, the 13th, this morning, I read Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More Volume 3. This is a series that just came out and was a huge surprise for me. Yes, I can see the comparisons to Shirayuki from Snow White with the Red Hair, not just in how she's drawn, but in a lot of some personality traits. But this one is an isekai that a lot of people kind of forget once you get into the story, but it's kind of brought up again here in this particular volume. And she was basically jilted at the altar after her father passes away. Well, they ended their engagement. But there are certain things that are afoot in here, and I don't want to tell you because they're spoilers, but I do like the romantic love interest. It's starting as just a beautiful friendship right now. Clearly, it's going to develop into more, and I really like him. He's the guy back here. I really like him. He's good for her. He understands her. They nerd out in similar ways over slightly different things, but they have enough like crossover in their interests that it keeps them with plenty to talk about. And they just enjoy each other's company, and it's sweet. I really like it. And it's so funny. There was a scene in here where they're both trying the other person's wine preference just to kind of feel closer to them because they're apart at the time. He's out on campaign for his duties and she's at home. And it was just this really sweet addition that they didn't have to add, but I'm so glad they did. Like, the way the story is developing feels very organic and slow burn, and I'm all for it. I am all for it. So that is all I have for now. I don't know how much more I'll update today just because I'm not feeling great. I mean, it's been hours since I've thrown up, thankfully, but it's one of those things where I'm still not feeling great. So I'm just going to kind of lay low, write it out, work on A Stroke of Luck. I'm not really feeling the other arc that I had to get done in time for this month, so it might have to wait a little longer. I'm going to work on that a lot in January. In the upcoming year, I'm going to be working a lot on my NetGalley backlog. Hi, I'm back. I keep meaning, I got a package from Jet Pens. I had placed this order myself. This isn't sponsored or anything, but I wanted to share it with you guys. A lot of you have been responding really well to me coming back to my bullet journal, so I got some supplies for the new year, and I wanted to share them with you. So, first up, I got this beautiful washi roll sticker set that are little sakura blossoms. Let's see if I can beauty guru this. There you go. And I'm really excited to use them. And so I did get some Zig clear color dot markers for my Hobonichi for this next year. I just got a couple of colors just to kind of try them out. So the colors that I have here are, where does it tell me? So I have salmon, I have blue bonnet, I have kiwi, and I have Summer Sun. I think I'll end up using Summer Sun quite a bit, but I'm very excited to be using these. And I got some masking tape. It's just a plain white washi. So if I had like some craft paper and I wanted to put a little bit of washi on it, or if I wanted to cover up something, I have an option there. And then I got myself a little like stencil type ruler. That's meant for the Hobonichi, and so I'm really excited for the little things it'll offer. It'll offer some little borders and stuff, so I'm very excited about that. I did get me one of the Energel Clear pens. These are the ones that usually come with the Hobonichis, so I wanted to make sure I had one that I knew would write well in my Hobonichi, though I have some others that I'm really enjoying. So I got some little like washi tabs that I can write on for journaling. And then I did get a bunch of themed washi, which I'm very excited about. I do have a plan. Oh, I also got a black of the cover up washi as well. Let me kind of finish digging out of this bag here. So I got a Spirited Away washi set. I got a Kiki's Delivery Service washi set, very Gigi centered. I did get a Princess Mononoke washi set, which I'm super excited about, as they all go flying everywhere. I got a My Neighbor Totoro set. I got a Castle in the Sky set. A Spirited Away set. A Porco Rosso set. It's a less popular Ghibli, but it's one of my husband's favorites. I thought that would be fun. A Whispers of the Heart set, which is definitely one of our favorite Ghiblis as a couple as well. And then I also got a Howl's Moving Castle set, which is my favorite Ghibli. I did get one other set that's not Ghibli, and it is very like London centered, because London is just somewhere I want to go. So, anyways, that is my little Jet Pens haul. I hope you enjoyed this little insert in this vlog to give you something slightly different for this week. Yeah, when I have another clip, I will come back and we will visit. Hi, so it is Wednesday the 14th. I'm feeling much better this morning, but I am just going to stay quarantined one extra day in case I was sick and contagious. I just don't want to share sickness with anyone, which is why I called out from work. We're pretty sure it's just stress or bad milk that made me throw up. We're not 100% sure, but I'm feeling much better. So I have been getting some things done. I did read things for a Try 3 that you guys will see in a couple days, so I'm not going to tell you what that is. So I got that done yesterday. And I realized that A Stroke of Luck, the buddy read I've been doing with Lindsay, the second book in the collection I've already read in a different collection of hers. So I'm obviously done with that book. I did start Flirting with the Beast by Jane Porter. This is a older couple romance. Has some Beauty and the Beast vibes. She's a widow. She seemed to have married later in life, and her husband already had a kid, and she doesn't really have much of a relationship with his child, and so she has no biological children of her own, and she's going to be alone for Christmas. But the curmudgeon-y neighbor next door is our beast type character, and they have a very interesting dynamic. He's always been attracted to her, but thought she was not his type. But now he's learning more that she is, and he's kind of a biker with tattoos, and her former husband was very like stuffy, I guess you could say. So I'm liking the dynamic so far. I'm excited to dive into more. And then the manga that I read for today is The Duke of Death and His Maid Volume 3. This particular volume was absolutely adorable. We got some really fun wintertime activities here. There was snow, there was ice skating, but there was some plot movement on his curse. We learned a little more information about that and met some other witches and some things like that. So it was really a solid volume. It still has that little bit of ecchi, that little bit of perviness to it, but it's not overwhelming. Like, it's not taking over the story. She still very much gets in his space because she cares about him. She wants to like cuddle him and kiss him, but she can't. So she just gets in his space, and he just reminds her, okay, you're a little too close. And it's just kind of a thing for them. And I like it. It's cute. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it more than I initially expected to. This was one of my biggest surprises this year, and I just adore it. So would 10 out of 10 recommend checking this one out. If you haven't, I'm 3 volumes deep. I'm still adoring it, so that should tell you enough. So with that said, I'm actually going to wrap this vlog here, so I'll have time to edit it and get it up to you guys. If you are here just because you love me, leave me a yellow emoji of some sort to match this cover, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Was it all just a dream, just all in my